Yo, guys, what's going on? It's your boy Burt Crown 88 coming at you with the weekly recap of everything that has happened, and maybe some of this information will help you going forward. So let's talk about the weekly recap, including Hut Champs, including the cards that dropped, including the AP combinations, including the ranked hard cap, or the ranked where everyone's stuck at, and the progression of how that's going, because everybody has been commenting kind of about the progression of ranked, that they like the updates on where the hard cap is, because some people say it makes them feel less bad about where they're stuck, which is true, right? The bottleneck is real. So let's get into it, guys. I hope you do enjoy it. So first of all, I'm going to start with the new cards, because we're going to talk about it and just what this can mean in the future. Now, I've heard people say that we've gotten so far since the launch of the game 3 sets of icons, 3 sets of heroes, and then also 2 sets of rookies. Now, what I want to make very clear to people, and the captains, obviously getting a ton of captains, but I want to make very clear to people is, because people have been saying, are we expecting 3 sets of all these things every season? And no. What I want to, you guys to understand, or make sure you know, is that the icons and the heroes and even the captains had cards drop during early access, right? We had a group of captains, we had a group of Hut heroes, and we had a group of icons drop at early access. So yes, we have gotten 2 drops of icons, heroes, and captains during Season 1. So we can expect that throughout Season 2, 3, however many seasons we end up getting, that we get a drop of captains, heroes, and icons, and rookies day 1 of the season. And then when the halfway marker of the season hits, or somewhere around that, we get a bunch more new content of cards, which is really exciting, because it also brings a bunch of lineup combinations, which is what people wanted. So it looks like not only are every season we're going to get, at the start of the season, heroes, icons, captains, and rookies, and new lineup combinations, but around halfway through the season, we are going to get captains, icons, holos, and rookies, right? Or icons and heroes and rookies and all that stuff. And also possibly a bunch more of lineup combinations, which is huge, because everybody said they wanted more lineup combinations to give you more versatility with your team and your lineup. Everyone was saying like the Solani Ducks Sakic line was getting a little stale, and how that was the only options we had. Well, they took care of that. They dropped a ton of stuff. And remember, this is all going to reset when Season 2 comes out, and we're going to get all new lineup combinations. But this at least shows that we're going to get a lot of stuff throughout the seasons, and you want to keep it. And the reason we want to keep things is because there are cards that for no reason, well, there is a reason, and that reason is lineup combinations, but out of nowhere, they'll get a lineup combination and they'll just spike in value. That's when you want to sell. But that's what we've kind of noticed, is that 1, event cards will slowly get combos, and 2, they'll slowly add combos, like for instance this Nashville-Boston combo for AP, Nashville-Boston combo for salary, and Canada-Nashville combo was at the start of the year. So those 3 actually all work together with like Pekka Rinne, where you get Pekka Rinne and a Boston Canadian goalie. You get all 3 across the board. Now, of course, with that being said, that's the first thing people look for, right? Is the ultimate combination. And with that, Pekka Rinne has jumped all the way up to 130,000 coins from the 40,000 coins, 45,000 coins he was, right? 1 lineup combination made this a lottery ticket of a card. But he's not the only one, right? 82 transaction card, Artem Gruliev, Philadelphia defenseman that pairs with Cale Makar. Something like this really skyrockets. 6'4", 87 speed, truculence, and all of a sudden you got an 82 overall that is going for 125,000 coins just because of a lineup combination being added. So this really shows us, guys, this last week showed us that you want to keep everything you get unless it's a lineup combination. So what I mean by that is, if you pull this guy in a pack and you're not using him, you sell him. But if you pull an 82 in a pack that has good skating, maybe you don't sell him. and you wait for a lineup to combination to come out, and then you sell them to make your bank. We've seen this over and over again this week, where there'll be a special lineup drop, and when people see that lineup, everybody scrambles to go buy those cards, and then that's when you sell. When people are buying them, and the price looks like this right through the roof. So that's just what I wanted to touch on when it comes to the icons and the heroes and the rookies and the captains. From what we just seen in this very small sample size, we can expect at the day one, so 39 days from now, we are going to get a bunch of more captains, rookies, and heroes and icons. And then halfway through the season, they're going to do it again with lineup combinations from what we've seen, right? That's what we can expect. And then also, I wanted to also touch on the online play where you get ranked and champs. Champs, unfortunately, the rewards took a little bit longer to do, but we knew that was coming when EA tweeted about it and gave us information on it. They said this might take a couple of weeks to figure out. So there's a chance that the champs rewards that we're also pending for right now will have to be entered manually, and it might take a day for you to get your rewards. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully they get it resolved and that's fixed. But champs is still a manual entry for rewards. So if you don't get them immediately, Wednesday at 5, that's what's going on. Don't worry. Your rewards will show up if you played. And then lastly, the bottleneck of ranked. And you can see I'm gold 1. As you can see, my next reward is gold 4. I've been gold 3. I've been all the way down to silver 1. And here's why. The bottleneck moves very slowly. All right. I put together a God squad and I won a bunch of games. And I got myself all the way up to gold 2, getting ready to break into gold 3. And then I switched the team up a little bit, dropping back down, build up a team, climb back up. And now I'm in a Leaf theme team where I'll climb back up gradually. What I'm saying is the bottleneck for my skill level is at gold 3, gold 4. That's where my bottleneck is. And I will gradually move up with the bottleneck, right? That's just how it works. You'll see a slightly better player. They'll be bottlenecked between gold 4 and platinum 1, or a slightly worse player will be between gold 1 and silver 3. But the bottleneck of your group is essentially what it is, right? You are going to be parked in that area because we know as a gold 3 player, you're playing platinum 2 or 3. And as a gold 3 player, you're playing silver 2 or 3. Is that right for the people above you or below you? It is what it is. It's matchmaking. If they didn't do that, it'd take hours to find a game. So what I'm essentially getting at is I've been changing up my teams. I've been having fun with different lineup combinations, God squads, theme teams, messing around with different abilities and different lineup combinations just to have fun, because there's 2 ways you can approach this bottleneck. One, you get to your bottleneck. So mine essentially is gold 3. So if I win my way up to gold 3, I stop playing and wait a day or 2, but then I'm not playing the game I want to play. Or 2, you mess with lineups because you know you're going to fall back down a little bit because you've reached your bottleneck. And then you can mess with your lineups a little bit, have a little bit of fun, trying some new stuff out while you fall down, and then go back to your other lineup, climb back up, and maybe that time when you climb back up, the bottleneck shifted a little bit, and you can continue to go on to your next bottleneck. Because all year, or all season, I guess, we're going to be chasing a bottleneck. Where a week from now, I'll be up into platinum 1, and then 2 weeks from now, I'll be up into platinum 2 or maybe 3. I don't ever see me reaching diamond before the end of the season. It could happen. We'll have to wait and see. How far I make it all depends on how far the group ahead of me is willing to push themselves. That's how this bottleneck works. That's the best way of explaining it. For me right now, I'm last year I was a Division 2 player. I can't string together wins. I'm bottlenecked at gold 3. I mess around, so I bounce back and forth. But anybody that's like a Division 3 player or below from last year, you're only progressing if I progress, right? Because I'm not saying I'm going to beat you every time, but you stringing wins against people like me in Division 2 is going to be rather hard. So unless we all choose to progress, you're stuck where you are. And unless the group ahead of us chooses to progress, we're stuck where we are. So it's just a waiting game, waiting for everyone to shift up. So have some fun, try some things out while you're waiting, right? Don't beat yourself up because you're winning and losing. You're just at your bottleneck. for now. You will move up as the season goes on. Just have fun with the lineup you got. But that's going to be the recap, guys, on the week. I just wanted to talk on ranked at the end because that's the biggest topic. People wondering what's going on and when they're going to get to move forward. And that's my approach on it so far this year, is slowly work my way forward while trying new stuff out and having a good time. And then champs still seems easier than ranked. But we're still waiting on our rewards to be entered manually. It'll take about a day. And then with the new cards, that's what we can expect going into season 2, that there'll be multiple content drop days for the icons, heroes, and rookies and stuff. And then also what to do when you get a lottery ticket of a card that gets a lineup combination if you're not using it. That's sell it right away. Don't hold it thinking the price is going to go up. When that price hits that peak, get rid of the card immediately. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Until next time, ciao, ciao.